Punters and Dribblers, welcome back to another episode of About Even, the number one betting show on planet Earth. Brought to you by our good friends at Ned's, who have supported us boldly and bravely for a very long time, and we love Ned's for their boldness and their bravery and for their support. If you are going to have a punt, as I stutter my way through that, do it responsibly. Do it with Ned's, but do it responsibly. Joined, as always, by my dear close friends in life, love, and in punting, Edward, Seb, Rando, Tobler and Dave are here as well.
Yeah, they're here. They're in the room.
Yeah, they're not friends, though.
Not important that they're here.
No, it's not important. They're not friends. They are employees.
Yeah.
And you don't want to blur the line between employee and friend, because then they start asking you for shit. Like,
yeah, they just get a bit cozy, bit close.
Your mum's birthday.
Bit entitled.
Can I go home earlier? My dog's dead. Can I? Family's grieving. It's like, hey, don't bring your fucking emotions.
Can I go home before 10:30 p.m. for Mrs. birthday? No. Answer's no. You got to rule with an iron fist.
Yeah. Well, it's the only way you get things done.
That's right. You got to have them fear you.
I think it's kind of like this, like the class sort of system as well. You need like the 1% and then everyone else.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's how we try and run.
Yeah, income inequality. That's what we like.
Yeah.
Big proponents of income inequality always have been.
We need Dave walking to work because he can't afford a line.
Sebo, well, and it rings true on the panel too. Sebo, big proponent of income inequality.
Yes.
Shitting on the rest of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Almost to the point where, listen, I don't want to go off early, but Tom reeking of running out of money this year. Reeking of it.
I refuse. I refuse to acknowledge that, although my account would suggest otherwise. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome indeed.
Back from too big of a weekend.
You don't look like you've come back properly.
I haven't.
You look like you've had someone sucked out a part of your soul.
First day where I'm feeling all right. Like, I got fooled, though, because on Sunday, I was like, I'm actually okay. And then got home, walked the dog, finished off Jungle Cruise, and then I thought I was sorted. And then Monday, I was like, oh, fuck. And it's just lingering. But I'm not bad. I'm just lingering. You know what I mean?
I'm all the way back.
I'm back.
All the way back.
I'm not.
I was pretty good on Monday, all things considered. And then, listen, did I shift a bit of tin on Tuesday? Yeah. Yeah, I did. And now I feel $1 million.
Yep.
But I look at you, Sebo, and I see a man who I feel like was splintered. He splintered in Brisbane, and part of you's still up there.
Yeah, but
listen, if you don't come good by Thursday, mate, I'll be hopping on a plane, nipping back up there and having a look for yourself.
But I'd also be taking Tobler with you, because at some point, maybe it's about not finishing Jungle Cruise together.
yeah, that was
Like, if you go and finish Jungle Cruise without him, like, for those of you that don't know, 7 Tobler room together on these sort of trips, and they will often bail early from a night so they can go
bail early from a night. You didn't even come out. No, when we get home,
and watch Jungle Cruise
the
together.
hotel always has
Rock and
Jungle
Emily
Cruise,
Blunt.
and so we watch 5 minutes at a time, pass out. But I had to finish it off, and I reckon if there was a Jungle Cruise 2, which I did Google, and it is in production at some point, if I had got that on Sunday night as my go to bed thing, I think I'd be fine. You know, I need that kind of dumb movie. Has to be adventure. Has to be kind of kids friendly. A little bit of a twist, and I'm back. I'm like, yes, thank you, Disney. Disney brings me back.
What do you give it out of 10?
Jungle Cruise, like I'd give it like a 6.5, but for when you bounce, like it's like a.
Well, that's
9.
what I'm asking about.
Yeah, it's. I would say it's a good 9.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bounce 9.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it's one of those ones that you can settle in.
That's how I like to judge my movies.
Yeah, exactly. How well do they translate to being ungodly?
Yeah. I was Harry Potter 6, raining, Chinese.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Anyway, great weekend.
Great weekend.
Shout out to 7 Tobler, who refused to frost the glass in their bathroom so they could watch each other shower. Really nice touch. Really nice touch.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Let's get into some fucking accountability though, shall we? Raiders dogs. Raiders fucking dogs.
Can I say something? I'm going to start.
Go.
I'm going to start. We were in the lobby before we went off to the live stream. No, shut up. I'm speaking. And we all looked at each other, me and Sebos particularly, and we just felt Rapiner. Yep. Rapiner for FDS. We like to put FDSs on before games that we're watching together, and Rapiner was the call. Burmo fucking waddles over. like a fat duck. And you're like, no, fucking Xavier Savage. I
This
love
is
Xavier
bullshit.
Savage. Why do you like
is
Xavier? He's
bullshit.
coming back. He's back. He's been
This is
injured.
bullshit.
And we were like, mate, no, wait. Trust me, boys.
That's
Xavier
bullshit.
Savage. We all need to be on together. Trust me. I'm going to
This
flip a
is-
phone. He does a fucking weird flip. Lands on Xavier. Rapiner scores first and pisses us all off.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
what I'm saying.
Listen, there's an
Did that happen, Seth?
No.
That's exactly how it transpired.
Fuck what he
exactly
said.
how it
That is
transpired.
such horse shit.
But
But
it's
it's not
like-
how it transpired.
Like,
I was going. We were like, oh, first try.
What, you didn't waddle over?
I might have waddled over, sure. That's how I walk. But I said, I'm going on Savage. You said, you're going on Rapper. And I was like, sweet. And then it was like, well, we should
No,
all go
we
on the
both-
same one together.
no, we
Exactly.
both
But
said
we were
all
Rapper.
Rapper.
We
Yes,
both said,
but
and you're
then
like,
we were
and then you're
we
like
need to
this.
flip- you said you need to flip a coin. I didn't even
We
mention
didn't.
flipping a
No,
coin.
no. You mentioned it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You were
guys
like,
are
oh, it's
we
bad
don't
juju
know.
if we're not all on the same
Nah,
thing, and I like
fuck
Xavier
off.
Savage.
You guys are fucked. But Kiraz fucked us all. I may have fucked us with the Rapana first try scorer.
Yeah.
But Kiraz fucked us all.
Yeah, and he was bloody close at one
Yeah.
point.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
that's
I could have
that's
done
tough.
with that to kick off the weekend, given my recent form. But it is what it is, right? No one got up. The Lippy got one. And basically, everyone got. Well, I got two, but it was one of those games. The next up, Broncos absolutely fucking the Seagulls into the ground, 32-6. We were doing a live stream for that. And, of course, Sebo gets up while Eddie and I sit there just fucking.
Yeah, I think I made a pretty clear outline whilst taking the Broncos line of 11.5, but it really was like a line of 26 or something that would have covered it. And Arthurs and Cobbo, pretty obvious bet. Cobbo got 3, so I said it was an easy bet. 4.89, love that.
Yep.
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 Listen, I don't think we need to dwell too much more
No, I
on
don't
that
want to
game.
spend too much time on
Sebo
it.
got the bet, sure.
Good on him.
Wasn't Manly's night.
No, it wasn't.
That's fine. These things happen. You can't win them all.
You can't
Punters
win them
and
all.
dribblers,
Good
you can't
on
win them
him.
all. Simple
Good
as
on
that.
him.
Can't win them all.
Luckily for Eddie and I, what happened after the game was so intense that I barely remember what happened in terms of that game. You know what I mean? Like we just went and ripped and teared and drowned sorrows.
Well, I know we weren't good. That's what
I know that much.
I know we were very, very ordinary.
Poor.
And I know that we didn't look like scoring until very late in the game. That's my memory. In fact, I don't really remember us having much footy at all. And when
There's
we
a-
had it, we might have dropped
Is
it.
there there's a good chance that we basically didn't touch the ball. What
And
was
when
the
we did, we
possession
dropped
stats
it.
for that game?
Oh,
I don't even
90-10,
know.
probably?
90-10, probably.
Something like that.
Yeah, fair.
Anyway, Panthers defeated the Warriors 18-6.
Missed this game, funnily enough, 3 p.m. Saturday. Is that what
Yeah,
it
we
was?
did.
Yeah.
Missed this one.
Tuttle scored once, not twice. Jackson Ford didn't score, and I don't think he's
score.
playing this week. Maybe a head knock. Taruva didn't score. Panthers didn't.
Nothing
Panthers
happened,
did get
basically.
10 and a
I know
half.
he led-
They covered
Panthers
my
got
line.
10 and a half. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But as I said last week, Panthers and Manly, both of them once great teams to punt on in terms of your ATS markets, now suck.
Yeah,
for
they
different
are.
reasons,
Yeah.
but they now suck to punt on.
They're not good. They're not good. They're not good punting teams at all. They don't yield for you. They don't yield.
They don't yield, do they?
They don't yield.
There's
Now,
no yield
There's no
anymore.
yield. Now, just in terms of like the new world order as it is in 2023, not to get all D or Davy on you, but like you need to plan. Every punter worth their salt, ironically, I'm the one delivering this information, needs to factor in every week at least one, maybe two upsets that you didn't see coming.
Probably two.
Probably two, definitely one.
Maybe
And
three.
could be. Maybe fucking 8, Eddie. Who knows? But Fish defeating the Sharks 36-16, 30-0 up after 30 minutes. Like, you see that. If the Sharks win, my bet gets up. I pick Teague, I pick Hammer, but the Sharks lose. Like, of course that
But
fucking
hindsight,
happens.
it was bloody the Fish are always going to win. It's like Wayne's 900. Wayne's a father figure who's come into these kind of essentially rejects, people who couldn't get a contract anywhere else, instilled belief in them, and they're going, I now have like a father or a second father. It's his 900th, as if we're not going to show up.
Yeah.
Like,
You show up for your dad's 900.
100% you do. Fucking oath you do. Listen, do I regret putting Sharks W in there? Sure, of course I do. But it was one of those games, like I've got Nikora and Azarko, right? But they both don't score. But Hammer does, and Kennedy does, and Mulatalo does. It's just, I don't feel like I can get... I move. I keep moving. Okay, maybe I'll go on Hema this week because he didn't score last week.
Yeah.
Or he's been scoring, so I'll go on him, and then Osako will score. And then I'm on Osako, and then Hema scores. I can't I'm never in the same room. I'm always where they were, but not where they are.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. You like it's if you're playing chess as well, and you've got a set opening move and it fails, you just need to tweak it a little bit instead of like a whole new opening move. You know,
I'm
what
like
I mean?
Tom Hanks in Catch Me If You Can. I'm just behind.
Yeah, he was behind. Yeah, exactly.
I'm always behind. Maybe eventually I'll be in that German city or wherever the fuck they were, and I can convince Leo to come outside with me, even though there's no cops. Maybe that happens this season.
I don't know.
But at the
you told
moment,
me this, but apparently the
I'm
guy
behind.
Frank Abagnale made up like heaps of the stories that are even in that movie.
Would that shock you?
Like even the stories in that movie are bullshit, which kind of broke my heart a little bit.
Right, as in
He was a con man, but he's also a con man about being a con man.
Oh,
Like
so
how much
he
of a
was
con
like a
man he
script
was.
supervisor. Oh, he just
No,
wrote
as
like
in
a
like apparently
Yeah.
a lot of those stories didn't even happen.
right.
Anyway, I don't know if that's true. Good movie. What I did learn from this game, and it is about learning, and right, people will look at me and go, well, you clearly haven't learned shit. You're a fucking loser. What I am learning is that in 2023, in the new world order, sometimes life's too short to pick a result because upsets just fucking come out and smack you in the face with a big old dilly. Like you need to sometimes remove results.
Yep.
And that's what I'll be doing from at least this week. It's a result-free week for Dad. But we move on. Rabbitohs, Storm, 28-12. Rabbitohs look very hot.
Yeah, this was a hell of a game to watch. In terms of my bet, look, I had Graham. It was AJ's 200th. Should have just gone double on him because he got 2. But what a game. What a game to punt on as well. Of course, we didn't all get it. But when you've got, 28 points with your Codys and your AJs and all that stuff, it's fun punting. Even if you don't get up, you know that the game's exciting and a try can come at any point in time. And that's what you want.
Yeah. I will say there's a part of that energy that is just that his team won because
No, you get
it's
it
not
out of-
fun punting if you don't get any legs. I'll tell you that. It's not fun at all.
Yeah. I don't really follow him.
But Trell could have scored at any moment.
But he didn't. So
But the thing is, when it's 12-6 in a Pooslinger, it's not fun punting. But when there's like around 40 points being scored by like elite players, it's fun punting. Whether you obviously you want to get it,
buddy. Not when you pick the Storm to win and they're fucking behind.
Well, I don't know why you picked the Storm.
Neither do I actually, because I'm a fucking idiot. That's why they beat them last time. No, look, I understand what you're saying. When it's good teams playing well, scoring points, it's an exciting brand of footy to punt on.
Yes.
We move on. Tigers 18, Dragons 16. I almost got my golden point bet, but didn't. Eddie, coin toss bet.
Liam Brennan, mate, shout out to you. You're one of a kind. That's why you got a baggy green. I needed something this week, punters and dribblers, like every week. It's always the same. Always needing something and just flipping a coin. Tigers W, unders. Thank you very much for coming. Obviously, the Dragons fucked it at the end. They had like 6-man overlap and they thought, you know what? Instead of going the old classic hands will do it, like you talk in under sevens, throw the big looping dog shit cutout and just get tackled over the sideline, which is exactly what happened. Tigers hang on and I get my measly $3.60. But it's a $3.60 in my pocket.
Need it.
It's a $3.60 in my pocket.
Apparently the Dragons are having like some big general meeting with all their like members who are invited to come along, and the Mad Dragon posted a thing up there and he's like, how fucking disgraceful. They're only giving us 1 hour. There's 13,000 members and it's a 1 hour meeting. How the hell are we going to get through all the questions of everything? And then he went and outlined all his questions. That was like maybe 60 questions. He's like, and they're just my questions. So how the fuck are you going to answer all the other ones? And I was like, woo.
Okay.
Dude, being a dragon, imagine like having dribblers like the Mad Dragon roll into your like members day and you're like, oh fuck, I've got to answer this guy's questions. That'll be tough.
Yeah, you'd almost put body doubles in, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would. Robots. That's probably where robots will come in.
Robots. Listen, boys, we're not going to put you through that.
No.
Painful. But
Cowboys.
I did win.
You did. Well done. No one else won, did they?
No.
Cowboys, Roosters,
Not a leg.
another upset, not a leg.
Not a leg.
Not a leg.
Again, Roosters become one of those teams, shit to punt on.
Yeah.
Cows just come out of nowhere. I don't know if they're back. I don't care if they're back, but it's just shit.
They're not
game.
back from
They
one
are
win
back.
as much as
They
Randos
are
is
back.
masturbating in
Big
the corner. They're trying to
premiership
tell us
favourites
they're
now.
back.
$81, 81-1. I'd get on it.
Blur Rando there. We can't have people seen him beat off on camera. I think that'll get us taken down off YouTube. Just blur him. Please
Not
blur
back.
him.
Not back and not a single leg. So that was exciting. Thanks to Rando.
Yeah, that's another upset. And then the third upset, Titans defeat the Eels 26-24. But again, in terms of a punting game, high scoring.
Well, I
lot
mean,
of
the
shit to
overs
get
was
on.
47 and a half, which is like 20, is it 2021 where all the overs went crazy?
Yeah.
But Eels, Titans, teams that love attacking and hate defending, you take the overs. That's what I did. Throw in Sebo, scored the first minute and 2 after that. Carney P scored 1 and another 1 after that. Easiest bet of the week, 4-14. You got to love that. Just over Carney P and Sevo. Like in hindsight, even though I got the bet, that's the easiest bet to get, I reckon, all year.
It's a good bet.
It's a good bet.
It's a good bet. There's no sugarcoating. It's a great rugby league bet. David Fafita let me down. Am I pissed off about it? I'm maybe not pissed off, but I'm disappointed.
Did Gutho get any tries?
Yeah, Gutho scored.
You got
Yeah,
one.
okay. So he let me down then with 1, which is great.
It's all let down. In the UFC, though,
Yes.
Muhammad did beat Burns.
Daddy gets a bet.
$2.10. You take it. You take
Have
it.
to.
That dickhead in the comments being like, "You fuckers don't get UFC." Well, we got a bet. So
Why did he say we didn't get UFC? 'Cause we went below.
I don't know, because he's a fucking loser.
Yeah, right.
Probably because he's
Well,
a fucking loser, Tom.
Yeah.
Bilal won, so jam that up your ass. Sterling defeated Cejudo.
Jam that up your ass.
I had Sterling round 2. Didn't happen. Decision. Split. So none of us hit. Disappointing for all.
Yeah,
10 into 10,000. Once again, Tom lets us down.
No, once again, it's usually Seb.
No, it's always you.
No, it's not
When I
always
do
me.
when I do the end of season awards, it will show clearly that you've been disappointing.
In the 10 and 10,000, that I've been the worst?
Easy.
Bullshit.
It wouldn't even be close.
No, you're fucking lying. I already know that's not true.
reckon
90%
I'm
of
lying?
my only successful bets are usually these ones.
Well, which is saying something.
Yeah,
if
it
you're
is,
still
but I'm
coming
still
last.
getting them. Not Karaz, though. That's tough. But was mine the first of the week, so we are still on 3 now.
I got 3 in the
We've got
chamber.
3, yeah.
3 in the chamber.
So AJ Sevo, Norfoluma, bang, bang, bang. Karaz let us down. I think Karaz doesn't score if I'm reading the tea leaves because of the whole Xavier Savage thing.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what it is. It
I think you
wasn't even my game. I wasn't even meant to be doing the first game. It was meant to be you or someone else, and then you've just switched me out of the order.
Excuses.
That's just what happened.
Excuses.
It's just what happened.
Excuses.
Fucking disgraceful.
Excuses. Unit Scooper, Tom, 4 out of 8. Sebo, 5 out of 8 on his favourites. Cook Coruscant didn't score for me. No surprises there. And the Lippy went none from 6, so congratulations to him. Magic bet, 1 from 5. Tom, none from 5. Seb, 2 from 5.
That's pretty shit.
Shit.
Dude, I mean, just the magic bet was dumb.
It was a good
No,
fun
it was
bet.
fun.
It was
We just-
fun, but
not
like,
enough thought into it.
Nah,
It was fun. It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was really
was
I
fun.
wonder I wonder if a Magic did score. Surely, if you went back through all the games, was
would
there
be-
was
there'd
there a
have to
Magic
be.
that
I
got
don't think
up?
there was an eye. There wasn't an eye.
It wasn't an eye.
No.
There
Flawed.
you go.
So
No
no
eye.
one
No
could
eye.
have got a magic
Sarko, Ilias, Isaiah Papali. Oh no, Isaiah Tass did score. There was an eye.
bet. There you go.
Okay, there's
There you
always
go.
there would have been one. There would have been one. Weekly leaderboard becoming a little bit predictable now. Sebo wins the round. 1.95 units. Not your best.
I'll
not
take
your worst.
green. I'll take positive though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
4 from 13. I was 3 from 13 minus 0.35, so about even. Lippy, none from 9, minus 5.34, and again, super predictable. Tom, 1 from 13, minus 6.32 units. Just pathetic.
Yeah.
Sebo, 17.06 in the green, bruh. 25% neat of the bets, 46.2% legs. Really, really solid stuff. I'm 18 from 112 bets, 16%. Don't laugh, dickhead.
I was just laughing at all of it.
37% legs, minus 21.82. Am I in miracle territory? No, I'm not. But I need to get a wriggle on. It's wriggle on time.
Yeah.
I got to start wriggling, start moving, start making things happen. Lippy, 8 from 95. 8% of his bets, their bets. 35% of their legs, minus 28.14 units. And in dead last, and starting to actively try to move away from the pack, it would seem. 8.92% of his bets, Tommy, 10 from 112. 37% of his legs and minus 43.5 units.
Fucking hell, dude. It's grim. It's grim out there. But it just takes one good week.
It takes a one.
No, it
unit
takes
skipper
a
for you.
US.
Yeah.
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 It takes
You can't-
to come back. You'd need like a great week is 10 units. You need 4 of them in a row.
Well, no, because I've got time, so I don't need them all in a row. I just need to start.
No,
the
but then every other week has to be even.
which I think is very possible.
A great 10 units.
10 unit,
is-
a 10
is
unit.
great.
You need to hit at least 3 bets, probably 4.
Which would be nice, wouldn't it? I'd suck someone for 3 bets. I'll tell you that much.
No, as in like 3. You need to hit at least 3 rugby league games at least.
Yeah, I would suck someone.
Probably more like 4. I don't think anyone's got 10 units. It's more like the Lippy got 7-ish
This
units
is the week.
of 3 bets.
This is the week. I'm fucking over it.
That's accountability, though.
That's accountability. Let's get into some betting. All right. Storm v Broncos Thursday night down in Melbourne, Amy Park. Storm $1.73. Broncos 2.10. The line 2.5. Over under 41.5. Rando has stopped masturbating. What are the stats?
It's going to be a dry, cool night in Melbourne, 13 degrees. 12 is the magic number for this. The Storm have won their last 12 games against the Broncos. They've won by 12 or more in their last 6 meetings against the Broncos. They have won all 12 of their Thursday night games at Amy Park and have won their last 12 games on a 5-day turnaround. So absolute dominance there. That's why I do like them to win. For try scorers, one Storm player who loves to score against the Bronx is Jerome Hughes. He has scored 8 tries in 8 games against them. The Broncos' left side defence has leaked 57% of their tries, with Kurt Capewell leaking 8 line breaks and 5 tries, which is the second most for both stats in the Bronx lineup. So I do like Hughesy.
Okay. Sebo?
Look, whether they're the ancients or they were somewhat relatively new in history, they came up with the word a dozen, right? Like, I don't know why, but 12. It's like, all the old guys, it's a dozen. It's like,
That was the ancients?
Well, maybe. I don't know. Was it the ancients?
Or was it like
the
a baker?
globalists?
It was
I don't
like
know.
A baker's dozen.
But like everything's a
Or is that
dozen.
6?
Dozen eggs, dozen people in like House of Senate. Like dozens a fucking number for some reason.
Do you know how many
I
people
think
are in a dozen?
it's because 12
Yeah,
is
right,
actually a better number than 10.
Yeah, so... But
We only use 10 as like... We count 10s because we've got 10 fingers, but 12 is actually a way better
but there's
number.
not many
Divisible by
other
many more
numbers outside of like going up in the hundreds and stuff that has its own thing. Like it's weird that 12 has its own fucking name, a dozen, right? Like it is weird. And it is because it's a good number. So all these 12 stats there makes me like picking the Broncos plus 2.5 because it's just going to round out at that dozen. All those stats are done at the dirty dozen. It's just cut off there. So it's over now. The 13 doesn't sound as good. Doesn't sound good. So I'll take Broncos plus 2.5, which is only a plus because I'm pretty sure they're all playing. It's just because of that dozen stat. And then Money and Cobbo. Cobbo's going to go in. He scored 3 last week. Reynolds has just got his kicking game in, his passing game. And then it's just really come down to money. You know what you get him for that? A dozen 59.
There you go.
A dozen 59.
A dozen 59. Listen, I'm going to take your fucking dozen and I'm going to fucking one-up it with a baker's dozen. Baker's dozens, bruh, is where it's at. Now, if I'm looking at cunts that can fucking cook up a W, it's Munster. So I've got Storm, a bloke to cook up a baker's dozen in Munster, and I'm going to take overs 751. This is a baker dozen round.
Yeah,
mate.
but you don't have a dozen in your bet.
You don't have any baker's dozen. You just say
No, as in it'll be 13 wins. This will be 13
Well, is a
wins.
baker's dozen 13 or 6?
13.
Oh, okay.
It'll be a 13th win. Baker's dozen. You can jam your fucking regular boring dozen up your
I would
arse.
like it if you had $13 odds somewhere,
Yeah,
but
you just kind of, you probably were never going to talk about even dozen or baker's dozen until he'd said it. So it sort of renders everything you've just said complete horseshit. But congratulations and thank
But
you.
if
for your
Storm win, it'll be 13. They win, it's 13. Which is a baker's dozen.
I've removed all winners this week. I'm not doing winners. I can't do winners. I can't do anything. But I've just gone for...
Oh, my God.
It's a when in doubt,
Give
go
up.
hot. Nah, it's a when in doubt, go hot.
Bruce Walsh again.
Yeah. When in doubt, go
You
hot.
haven't hit him
I know,
once.
dude, but I haven't hit anyone.
Give up.
You go ugly, you go hot. It's nothing. I have got spiders on me. I'm like the ugly, gimp kid.
How many times have
who
we
just
been
no
over this?
one
You're not
wants to
hot
hang
enough
around
to
with.
go Walsh.
Well, I'm going hot this week.
You're not hot.
I'm going hot this week.
Pick the ugliest blokes
No.
on the side and you might go all right.
Well, that might be next week if my hot boy week doesn't work. I'm going Walsh. I'm going money. 9.89. Hot boys doing hot shit. I almost changed it to Jerome Hughes, but I've got to stick with hotness. Not to say Jerome isn't hot, but he's not as hot as money. So Walsh money 9.89.
Not bad odds for just two guys.
Yeah.
But, your Walsh history isn't
It's
great.
not good.
But,
He
maybe.
hasn't scored for a while, though, so maybe
There
he's
is no
due.
history.
Well, no, we've
yeah.
got a bad history.
Yeah.
What's Lippy doing?
Codes Throbbo 385.
It's probably going to happen. So
This
you can't
Lippy
really
did get a smoothie. That's how we got
Oh, yeah,
to be
what's
a
his
Lippy.
name?
Just Mike.
Just
Mike. Yep. His handle Mike.
Mike.
His name's Mike.
At Mike.
Very arrogant.
Just at Mike.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
Mike. We'll say as well. Seal, Bono, Beyonce,
Sure, Cher,
Cher,
Madonna,
Madonna,
Yeah, one of them.
Mike.
Mike.
But it doesn't punch as much, does it?
Gus, Rabs, Joey.
Yeah. Look, if you get a smoothie, maybe you're allowed to just be one
That's
of
how
those
Feel
guys.
Good talks about rugby league teams. Rooster.
I
Yeah,
love it. I
yeah,
love it.
I like
So
it as well.
funny.
He's trolling, right? Like he knows it. He's like, why don't you pronounce the fucking names?
Dragon beats Knight.
Yeah, it's such trolling shit.
He's a fucking dribbler, that bloke. Shout out
Did you
to
see
him.
his tweet?
Yeah, I did, and I loved every
His
second of it.
tweet's
Shout out to
fucking
Phil.
good. Yeah.
Just a big shout out to you, mate. Big fan.
Bulldogs Warriors, a core stadium, shittest stadium in the southern hemisphere, maybe on the planet.
I think it's moved up to the planet, Tom.
Dogs 210, Warriors $1.73. If I was picking results, which I'm definitely not, Dogs 210 gets me a little bit stiff. Line is 1.5, over under 41.5. Rando, what do you got?
Both games on Friday will be in Sydney and it'll be dry during those times, so no wet weather. The Warriors, they have a 71% win record against the Dogs as favourite, covering the line in those wins. Quite an extraordinary stat here is that in the last 5 seasons, the Bulldogs have won more games against teams in the top 4 than they have teams ranked 9th to 12th. The Warriors are ranked 11th at the moment. They've lost 7 of their last 8 games against 11th ranked teams. So I do like the Wires here. For try scorers, Josh Adokar is back and is great value at 220 just quietly. He scored in each of his last 5 games against the Warriors, and before he got injured, he had scored in his last 4 games. Add on that the Warriors are leaking 30% of their tries on their right edge, and the left winger scored the most tries against him. I think he's pretty good value.
Love that.
Hey, Edward, what are you
Love
thinking?
that.
What are you doing? What are you thinking?
Mate, Origin teams get picked next week. Next fucking Sunday, basically. So Adokar has got 1, maybe 2 games to go out there and show Freddie that he's fit and he's ready to fuck. He got let out of
ready
the.
to fuck.
He got let out of the series last year. Big fucking mistake. He went to the World Cup and just ripped the world a new asshole. And I think he just comes in here today and he goes, bruh, you didn't think I was playing, but I am fucking playing. And I'm going to score a shitload of tries to prove that I'm ready to go. Adokar 2 plus 660 is the bet.
Okay.
And I feel good about it. I
feel
really
good?
do. I fucking oath I do.
Okay.
A perfect game. Warriors, not that good.
No.
Like if they were coming up against an absolute thoroughbred side, like a Rabbitohs or a Seagulls, then I'd be worried. But I reckon he rips in this weekend, 100%.
Sebo?
I want him to, but I get scared of taking people coming back from injury for some reason. It just hasn't been going
'Cause you're
well for
soft.
me this season. Hasn't been going well at all. So, Joshy Carr, I wish you the best. But I like what I see out of the Warriors. Even though they've lost the last couple of games, they've been holding like top teams to, stay in the fight a little bit, and I like him. So I'm just going to take the Wires. Avarillo, haven't been on him this season, and he's going over a bit. Want to get to know him a little bit more. Just kind of keep my eye on him. DWZ, I don't know. I just wanted a double ender because I don't love this game to punt on. So I figure a double ender with the Wires win gives me a bit of fun for 10.38.
Like it. Now, my computer here is fucking up, so I'm just trying to see that if I was to make a change to my hot boy bet based on the information Rando's given me Josh Adokar, how that would affect my odds. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to let Rando get into my head. I looked at Josh Adokar and listen, he is hot. He's 6-packed out the gills, but he's not the hotness I'm looking for this week. Shawnee Johnson to go over, paying 3s, maybe 4s, into a Jakey Av, who is absolutely the Av cat. He's been killing it.
Yep.
He's been in good form.
Big fan of his work.
Big fan of his work. And he looks like a kid who's discovering himself as a rugby league footballer. He's been around for a while. He's been in a heap of different positions. I'm pretty sure they played him in the halves before, sometimes at fullback, whatever.
Yep.
It's a renaissance.
Starting to believe. It's a bit Neo.
The
vibes.
Avcats are coming back.
Avcats coming back.
Because I don't think they're around anymore.
Avcats kind of disappeared. Shout out to the Avcats, the
How would you
Avalon
know?
gang.
Huh?
Well, because they pissed on one of our friends' wig once.
I used to know a few Avcat guys.
Might be a bit longer.
A few
than the tooth,
Monaval boys. MVB. Remember
Yeah.
Sheeran used to have his MVB
Yeah.
T-shirt? They used to have merch and
Yeah,
shit.
they did. Dude, the beaches, Northern Beaches surfy gangs had like cool merch, and then
Yeah.
they'd bash you.
It was
So,
like well designed.
Piss on
you
your
know.
wig.
yeah, they'd piss on Simi P's wig. So if you go Shay J into Jakey Av, the Avcat, anytime, $9.87.
I've never heard him referred to as Shay J. Is that new? Or is that
No,
not
we've
new.
been calling him Shay J for a while, but that's probably more of just a thing between ourselves than like a public Shawnee.
Yeah,
Johnson.
Shay J is, that's what I know him as. Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
That's fine. Don't worry, I wouldn't try and drop something like that on you with like just no context at all.
Shay J just sounds so well. Shay J. What do other people call him? Sean?
Sean.
SJ.
SJ.
Yeah, that's a super coach thing, but that's just they don't make nicknames up. They just take initials.
Yeah.
It's the same thing every time.
Yeah, that doesn't work. So anyway, that's 987.
Lippy Carraz DWZ 516.
Beautiful. We move on. Panthers Roosters
Panther Stadium.
at Panthers. We got the Panthers $1.50. The Roosters short at 260. Line 5.5. Over under 39.5. Rando.
The Roosters, they have lost their last 5 games against Penrith at the foot of the mountains, and their away record this year doesn't contradict these historical stats. They've only won 1 of their last 5 games on the road. In terms of tries, the Roosters have conceded 27% of their tries down their left edge. The Panthers have scored 28% of their tries down their right edge. Stephen Crichton has scored in 4 of his last 5 games against the Roosters and scored in 3 of his last 4 Friday night games at home. I think it's a pretty easy one here, Penrith and Critter.
Okay.
Penrith and Critter.
I do like Critter. I think I've got him maybe a little later on in the show, but I am going hot. Joseph Suaalii of not scoring tries at all anymore fame.
I think he scored one.
He
this
scored
year.
Has he
one.
scored one since he signed?
No.
No,
I
he
think he
hasn't.
scored one all year.
So
Yeah.
that's a curse.
Round
I think
one
so.
was
Round
the
one
first
against the
one.
Fish.
Yeah.
Is this a union curse?
Well,
I don't know what it is,
I don't
but
know.
it's, yeah.
it's not good, but
not good.
I'm hoping the curse gets broken this weekend because he's in my hot boys. You can't turn your nose up at Suaalii, even though they are playing Penrith, and the chances of him scoring any points is probably pretty fucking low. I'm going Suaalii and Cleary, 12.58.
Not
Chins, skin, hotness, muscular, vascularity, veins in the arms, stature, shoulders.
Look, for 12.58, I'll give you that.
Stats
That's a
do
good
bode
hot
well
boy.
for Suaalii as well. The left centre has scored the most tries against the Panthers.
Except this. Yeah, I get that, but then he also hasn't scored. But look, I hate this game to punt on. Like,
I agree.
I think this is my least favourite. It's almost like poo slinger levels because you can't get a read in the Roosters. The Panthers have been scoring, like 3 tries on average the last, 5 games, but their odds are still always like $1.60 to score. And you're just like, well, how you meant to punt on it? So I'm taking try scorers out of it for the first time. I'm just going Roosters halftime, Penrith full time, because I'm just thinking Panthers definitely win it, but maybe Roosters just put up a bit of a fight. Maybe it's a 10-6 halftime, then Penrith run away with it. For 8.25, I don't mind it because I just don't like this game. I'm trying a new tactic. All I need is Roosters just to score a couple early tries. That's all I need. I don't care who does.
This could be one of those games, and again, I'm not a result guy this week, but this could be one of those upset games.
I wouldn't. Would you be shocked if we come in next week and Roosters win?
No.
I wouldn't be fucking shocked at all. I wouldn't be shocked if this is fucking 30 all. I can't get a read on this season at all. But I'm just going to go conservative-ish, as in it's just a pretty up and down bet. It's a pretty repeatable bet, as in these guys score tries and then that's it.
It's safe.
It's safe.
You know what it is?
Safe.
It's like a safe job out of school. You're not chasing your dreams here.
no.
It's a 9 to 5. It's paying reasonably
This is
well.
David Jones, $13.50, suit department.
Yeah.
Not much going on. Do I love it? No. Do I hate it? I don't hate
The
it.
hours work for you, though.
The hours work for me. I can rip and tear at night and work during the day. So it works for my lifestyle, punters and dribblers. And that's what I'm doing this week.
No real chance of a promotion.
No chance. Zero.
Yeah.
Zero chance of a promotion.
Yeah.
In fact, when clients come in, I go to the toilet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Safe,
Customers,
safe
rather.
job bet.
Safe job bet. Critter Edwards, 616.
And the problem with safe jobs, right? And I think
Because if the Panthers score 3 tries, they're in the fucking mix.
But the
They're
great
in
Jim
thick of it.
Carrey, I think, when he was, you see the celebrities doing like they go and speak to like universities.
Oh,
and shit.
yeah.
Mate, you can fail at a safe job, so why not shoot for the stars? you could get sacked from your David Jones selling shirts.
No, where he was right. But at this stage in my life, it's all about safety.
Yeah.
And I just need that wage so I can go out and I can pay rent and I can eat a Portos.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
No, it's fair, dude. You know what you need, you know what your overheads are, and you're just trying to cover the costs.
Correct, Tom.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. I did have To'o, but I put Critter in because To'o scored last week. I'm just going to share the love a little bit.
Look, I get the philosophy. I do, but it just something about it that it doesn't sit well. That
No,
you've
I'm with ya. I'm
changed,
with ya.
and then Edwards, it's like, yeah, you got that like 4-try thing, but like, I'm not saying it's a bad bet. I'm just saying it's not as safe.
Sometimes
as
you can
think it-
try be so safe that it becomes dangerous. You know what I mean? Like it almost goes back
I don't
around
think.
on
I don't.
itself.
It's not dangerous. That bet's not dangerous.
It's not dangerous.
There's no way.
No, but
There's
the-
no way that bet's dangerous.
It's on the safer side of the scale, but like safe is like a Sevo into a Carney P. You know what I mean?
For this game.
Yeah.
In this game, when there is no Carney P and there is no Sevo and they're not playing the fucking Knights,
I think you'd be
it's safe.
I reckon
for
you'd
the
almost
game.
be going like safer is just like Critter anytime. That's it.
I think this is. I think that Critter Edwards is safer than the result in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I can
That-
see
yeah.
that. I
For
can see that.
$1.50 for the Panthers to win,
Yeah.
I'm not fucking sure about that at all,
No.
bro.
But if
No.
this was like a panic room, like a safe house or something, like it would,
I-
it would take people not long to get in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've locked yourself in, but then it's like, oh, you forgot to hook it up to like an external electricity kind of generator. Like, okay, they're you know.
Oh, here we go. Turn the power off. I'm in. No one scores.
Listen, I feel pretty.
You're an
I
idiot.
feel good about it.
Okay. Well, the Lippy, he's gone Taruva and Panthers, $3.04.
See, I don't trust Taruva.
Well,
Taruva's
Ruva's
let
scored
me
in the
down.
same amount of games. He's only scored once all season.
I was
going to
say, I was like, I don't think I've ever seen him score whilst watching the Panthers play.
I've seen him.
Mate,
Duff a couple.
I've lost out on 2 unit scoopers because of Penrith legs. You know what I mean? Something is happening over there where
Yeah.
they're just
like,
winning games 16.
Taruva's 240. He scored once all year. What the fuck are we talking about? Rabbitohs Tigers. Don't get into it. Back at a core. Big old shithole. The Rabbitohs are $1.15. The Tigers are, not included in the sheet.
$5.60.
$5.60. Again, almost in this season. Obviously, you would assume the Rabbitohs beat the shit out of them, but would it shock you? It couldn't shock you if they get up.
Rando might be able to give us some stats here. Being a Rabbitohs fan, it shits me to tears how many times the Tigers have either come close to beating us recently or like beat us. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they
Well, just
Yeah,
quickly,
a
the
couple
line
times.
16.5, over under 45.5, Rando.
It's going to be dry at a core. Just to go back to Sebo's point, it's weird. They lost last year, 23-22 out of nowhere in that Anzac Day game. I think it was wet, which does kind of help the Tigers a little bit compared to the Rabbitohs game plan. But for the most part, the Rabbitohs have been dominant. They have won 13 of their last 14 games against bottom 4 teams, averaging 35 points across those games. They've also averaged 35 points in day games in the last 3 seasons, which is about 13 games there. The Tigers, they have lost their last 8 games at a core dating back to 2018 and conceded on average 31 points in each game. So I think the value play here, the line's really long. The Rabbitohs are over 29 at $1.80 might be the value play. For try scorers, the Tigers are leaking the second most tries to left centres. The Rabbitohs have scored 21% of their tries down their left edge, including 3 last weekend. They've also scored 73% of their tries in the backs, and Isaiah Tass, outside of Lockie Ilias, is the only back not paying under $2 for this game. He's actually playing, I think, $3, so I do like him to score any time.
Tassie's $3, is
Yeah,
he?
dude. Tassie, he might have found his way into an Acai bowl of mine later on. You see a $3 Tassie. Yeah,
$3 Tassie.
Yeah,
Great
dude.
value. They've just missed him, I think. The bookies.
Yeah.
The bookies have missed the Tass.
Yeah.
If there's a $3 Tassie floating around.
Dude, I mean, come on. Don't be silly.
Is that the
dude.
case,
Yeah,
gentlemen?
yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
I'm just going to make a small amendment
We're
to my
all
bet.
just having a little look.
I'm going to make a small amendment to my bet.
Hold on
Listen,
a
nothing
second.
crazy, but a Campbell Graham will be going out.
I don't know. What's Tass look like? Is he hot? Does it fit with my general sort of...
A Tassie will be going in, a Graham will be going out, and I will be keeping a Cook. Okay, so I looked at this game and I thought to myself, is this going to be close or is this going to be a fucking rugby league humping? And dry footy, afternoon footy, Rabbitohs in a mood. I just feel like they get a fucking roll on. I can't remember who it was. Rabbitohs played a team that was shit maybe a month ago, and the first half was relatively close, and then they just got
That's
moved.
what they do.
Was it the Dogs?
Might have been the dog. Yeah, it was the Dogs. And I was like, oh, geez, this is pretty tight. Like, Dogs line, what a great bet. And then, bang, they score fucking 6 tries in 5 minutes. That's what the Rabbitohs can do to you. And I feel like there's a good chance that happens this weekend. Once the spirit's been broken, so to speak, of the Tigers, I think they roll the fucking points on. Tass, Walker, Cook, punters and dribblers, 16-38.
Not bad because Cody's been in some form recently. I think he scored at least 2, maybe 3 games.
I see a man in form, and I'm following that form.
Now I'm jealous, but I've had to take someone else because I've loaded up on Tassie as well. But Cook, I don't think he's scored in the last couple of games, but he's come close. He's either knocked it on, held it up.
Reeks of it this week.
Yeah.
He's just, and Origin's around the corner. He wants to be like, I'm definitely the hooker. So I just think he's owed a try. No better game to get one than against the Tigers. Throw AJ in there as well because this left-hand side shape, it just happens.
$1.45, I think.
Is he? Yeah. I mean, I've just got to boost it because if I just do Cook and Tass, it's around $8. I throw in AJ, gets me to $12.93. Again, don't mind that dozen thing popping up here a bit. But AJ Cook Tass, $12.93. It's going to be a fun game. This is a game that you want to have a punt on and have like 3 try scorers. That's what you want.
Yeah, and that's what I'll be doing on my personal off the grid sort of betting. I might have a little look at this. Whilst you guys have been talking, I've been frantically on the phone with my manager for my accounts, working out what I'm going to do here because obviously I had hot boys in Ilias and Buller anytime. I like the idea of Buller getting over. Has he scored yet for the Tigers? I don't think he has. Let's just say he hasn't for the sake of this. But I had Ilias and Buller in there at 12.86. But then I'm like, fuck, the Tigers suck. Like, are they just going to get smashed and Buller's going to get played out of the game? And it's like he's just going to get dominated. Rabbitohs have got a great defense. Like, is he any more likely to score than just another hot boy on the Rabbitohs side? Because I've been going double enders all day. But I'm now thinking to fucking get rid of Buller and to put in my mate Murray. Cam Murray, that is. And you're going to get somewhere around the 12.60 mark. It's going to be a little, I haven't got it in here, but Ilias and Murray, odds will be on screen. Both hot. Fuck the
Both
Tigers.
don't score.
Both score.
To be fair, it's better that you're taking out Buller because the Rabbitohs haven't conceded a try to a fullback all season.
There you go. Thank Christ. Thank Christ. So that's me. What's the Lippy doing?
Stretch 2+.
What the fuck does
Who's
that mean?
Stretch?
Campbell Graham.
Oh, is that his nickname?
Yeah, that's his nickname.
Who's calling him
Because
that?
his neck's like, it's got a fair bit.
Dude, it's not
bit
that
of neck.
big.
Yeah, it's not a Cherry Evans neck.
Yeah, it's not that.
I also kind of would have preferred like we get consulted for nicknames because Stretch is not.
I don't like it. Because it also, he's not that stretched. If
He's
he
not
was
that
fully
tall.
stretched, he'd need to be
Stretch is
stretched.
Sean Lane.
Yes, that's a stretch guy with a really long neck. Really shit nickname, really shit bet. 560.
And mine was 12.49. There you go.
For 2 blokes who don't score, perfect.
Don't be like that now. Don't be like that. It's hot boy season.
Murray scores like twice a year.
But he's hot.
He's hot.
And it's against the Tigers.
So is this your break glass strategy? Like
No. My problem, my glass breaking strategy was the coin flip, but he did it last week. So he's already kind of stolen my glass breaking strategy and robbed me of any opportunity to do it. So now I've just gone to some hot boys and I will reassess my glass break. Because he worked. The fucking coin toss worked.
It did. It did.
So it left me in a little bit of a bind because if I start doing it this week, it's like, oh, you're just copying Eddie's fucking coin toss. Like, no, actually, that was my dream. That was my emergency fucking escape route. Now I'm screwed. Cowboys, Dragons. Cowboys, $1.46. Dragons, $2.75. Queensland Country Bank Stadium for what promises to be a shit game. 6.5 is the line. 41.5 the over-under. Rando.
It's going to be a 25-degree dry day in Townsville. It'll be Ben Hunt's 300th game. He has never scored in a milestone match, so it could be a bit of a Bermuda Triangle sort of situation. He's actually lost his last milestone match, his 250th, by a point to the Cows last time out. The Dragons' record on the road has been seriously poor. They are 0-5 away from home this year and only won one of their last 11 on the road and have only won 2 games in Townsville since 2005. So it's all pointing to the Cowboys here. If you love your niche markets, all 3 games between these two sides at Queensland Country Bank have included a field goal. The game to finish in odd points is paying $4.40 for that. For try scorers, though, just to get back on side with Dragons fans, I do like Ravalawa here. He has scored in each of his last 4 games against the Cowboys, and he's scored in each of his last 3 games. The opposition right winger has scored 5 tries in the last 5 games for the Cowboys and scored in 3 of the last 4 games at Queensland Country Bank.
Just quickly.
You go.
Well, just that, like, every single fucking try score, like, they're all $2 something. Until, like, Jack Gajewski, friend of the show.
Big friend.
How the fuck's he 275?
No idea.
Can I tell you
He's a back
something?
rower and he's fucking hasn't scored all season.
He scored last week.
He scored last week.
And so everyone loads up on him.
Can I tell you something? I have fucking hated this game and this bet since last night. I've fucking despised it. And I was hoping that I'd
kept you up?
It didn't keep me up, Tom, because nothing does. You know, I sleep really well. And if I could represent the nation for sleeping, I would. Yeah. But I fucking hated it. And I thought I'm going to let Brando try and offer up some goodness to me. And you have. I had felt and drink. I didn't feel anything. I felt numb to it. I don't know what's going to go on in this game. I know that I'm reading this fucking sheet that our boy Liam Brennan gave us. Now, is it a DMC? Is the opposition high? Yes. Is it between 1 and 2 places? Yes. Is the opposition in good form or bad form? They're in bad form, but they had played a good game last week, so I can't really fucking
You'd have to say good form.
I don't know.
Take good form.
So if it's good form, then the DMC win head-to-head, but I'm very unsure. I'm very, very unsure, and I hate that felt drink bet. I fucking hate it. I'm taking the odds thing. Match to finish in odds. What was that? $4.40? That's what I'm doing.
So you're turning your back on something that just got you up.
It's too vague this week. What's
What
good
do you
form?
mean?
Is they in good form or not? They're
They're in
been
good
shit.
form. They just beat the Roosters.
But maybe the Roosters are shit.
You got to go off the last performance.
I can't.
A win is good form.
I don't know.
You're a disgrace.
One win's not good form. That's not good form.
I think that's what the sheet means,
The
though.
sheet means the previous game. Are they coming off a loss, coming off a win?
No, it would say that.
No, but that's form.
Good form is good form.
Nah.
And it's still fucking.
Would you say the Storm are in good form?
Would I say they're Storm in good form? They're not in bad form. They've been winning games. You can't be.
If you
good
win, you
form
win,
is
you
at
lose, you lose.
one game.
No, it's not, but
if you win 8 games and lose one, you're not in bad form.
No, I agree with you.
But they've Cowboys have been fucking awful. If they didn't
Sharks
win, they
was a
would have
bad
been
beat.
last.
Sharks was a bad beat.
So you can't tell me they're in good form.
I'm
But
not
you
saying
also
they're in good
can't.
form.
You can't convince me they're in bad form. Do you know my conundrum? I mulled over this fucking for about 45 minutes last night. I can't make sense of it. I really can't. Going to finish odds.
So who you going? Felton drink? Oh, no.
No, he's changed it. Game to finish odds. I don't even remember what I initially had, but I changed it. I'm going Sloan and Drink, just 2 fullbacks anytime. 6.98. They're both hot. I think I had Hunt, and Hunt was never scoring in a milestone game. That scared me off.
Sloan was bad last week.
So he probably wants to have a good game this week. Wants to right wrongs.
He definitely wants to have a good game.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone takes the field
No.
goal. I want to have a fucking shocker today.
No, but I think, it's almost better to get on him after a bad game because it means he's looking to turn things around. 6.98 Sloan Drink, fullback bet.
Look, I'm the same in the sense that I had zero respect for this game. I can't get a read on it. I can't imagine being a fan of either side and trying to pretend that you're actually going to have fun punting on this game.
Or watching
it would just be so depressing. So I'm just trying to do something left field because rather than going like, picking the positions that score like your fullbacks and stuff like that, it's just
blatantly rip on my bet.
I'm going to pick Max Fago, just like one winger that might score, and then Bird and Dearden, just because it's like random, right? Like, I mean, even though Dearden scored last week, it's just, I don't know what's going to happen in this game. It's 39.98.
Double stake it, you pussy.
Double stake it? Yeah, sure, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. It's 39.98. It's going to be like $1 on it.
I just saw
Like,
the
that's
odds.
half the reason why I'm doing this is because like I don't want to risk too much on a game that I essentially detest. You know what I mean? Like, when is it being played? I don't know. I'm not going to watch it. But yeah, just do better, teams.
5:30 Saturdays at this game.
5:30 Saturday. That sucks then because I'm going to do a little birthday thing and out in the pub in this
I
game.
never got back to you about that. Sorry.
That's all good.
I
But
will
look,
come later.
Look, it's just tough. Like what other sports on at that time except AFL? But doesn't matter. That's my bet.
Super Rugby.
Maybe I'll even watch that. You know what I mean? Like,
Might be worth it.
yeah.
We did bump into the Waratahs.
Yeah, they were getting Euros. I made the right choice at the airport because I got the Euros, and then all the Waratahs guys clearly must go to Brisbane Airport a lot. They went to the Euros stand. None of them went to your guys' weird burger joint.
Well, I didn't even get a burger in the end because I fucking didn't pay for
Burger
it.
wasn't that bad. I've got to tell you, like the sicko in me enjoyed you not getting your meal.
I know it did. The sicko in you, the fucking very present front-facing version of you enjoyed it. You all did. You were all laughing at me like, you fucking idiot. Sucked in, had to get rice paper rolls like a loser.
Yeah, trying to be like, mate, it's fucking.
It was actually a healthier option.
Yeah, it's the universe trying to make me healthy. Right.
Sweet. So what the fuck are we talking about right now?
Just this shit game.
Fag idea. Fuck this game. I can't believe we've spoken about it for this long.
Lippy, Holmes and Felt, 552.
Boo. All right, Raiders Eels. Where are we at here for Raiders v the Eels? We're at GIO in Canberra. It'll be fucking cold at the moment, I assume. We have got the Raiders $1.65. The Eels, Eddie, no odds in there. Are they correct? Let's go back and check. Raiders $1.65. Eels $2.25. Underdogs. The line 3.5. Over under 43.5. Random stats guy. What do you got?
It's going to be a really cold night in Canberra, 8 degrees and dry. The Raiders, they've won their last 4 games. They've won their last 6 games at home as the favourite and won 13 of their last 16 games against the Eels in Canberra. Also, the Eels have only won 1 of their last 5 games away from home as well, so they're not happy travellers, especially to the nation's capital on a cold night like this. I'm not a big guy for margins, just going to put it out there, but if you're like me and think the Raiders will win, 13 of their last 14 home wins have been by a 1-12 margin, so that could be the play here. For try scorers, can't look past Mike Acevo. He has scored in 3 of his last 4 games against the Raiders and scored in 5 of his last 6 games. The Raiders leak 51% of their tries down their right side, with the opposing left winger scoring the second most tries against Canberra, so I do like a tight battle and Acevo to score.
You got any stats there, Rando, about big men for the Raiders scoring against opposition? Or the Eels conceding tries to big men?
I'll see how many tries.
Just checking.
Just have a look for that.
Just have a look for that little stat because might have something to do with my bet.
Well, the Raiders are scoring 26% of their tries through the middle.
I'll take that. It's not.
Whereas the
it's
Eels are
50%.
conceding 16% there.
It's not nothing.
It's not great.
Well, look, let me just get out of the way.
Better
then.
than your fucking betting percentage.
They haven't the Eels haven't conceded a try to a front rower this season, though.
Haven't?
Haven't.
Well, let's let Eddie have a go then. You go first before I get to my bets.
I don't hate it when the Eels are underdogs because you usually get a bit of price for big Mike Acevo. So
Not the case today.
what's he paying?
$1.83.
Yeah, it was better than fucking.
Yeah, but he scored like he scored almost every game.
The amount of
right?
tries he
Yeah,
scored,
13 tries.
That's a pretty good price for Big Micah. So he goes in, and Will Penasini. I haven't forgot about you, bruh. Don't you think I've forgotten about you? I've just had to taken a break. You've exhausted me, if you know what I mean. And you come back in this weekend, $6.15. Zevo Penasini.
Sebo.
Yeah, look, I've been getting my lasso out and trying to wrangle a Huddy, and I'm getting Huddy over, but the partner I'm taking with him. I'm not. You know, it was Kiraz last week. Huddy goes over. So I'm out there in the country. I'm getting a Huddy. And my man Sivo, who helped me wrangle stags, we're on the horses together and we're going to lasso Huddy, 471. Sivo goes over. Huddy's been going over a bit. Had a slow start to the season. I'll take that. Yeah.
Yep.
Hard man to stop.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if anyone's aware of this, but the Eels have not conceded a try to a front rower all season, which is very interesting because I haven't got any front rowers in my bet.
You wouldn't have, you say you wouldn't put someone like Tarpanay in.
I wouldn't put Joey Tarpney any time in my bets. I would be
You wouldn't do that. You're smarter than that.
Smarter than that. I do have a Huddy Young in there, though. He has been scoring. He has been known to score. And he is hot, so it still fits into my hotness bet, my hotness theme. So Huddy Young.
I don't like hotness for you.
I know. And to be honest, I don't know if I like it for myself either. But you go Huddy Young, Dill Brown, who I don't know what his scoring has been like this year, but he is hot and he can score, and the Raiders can let in tries. So you take Dill, you take Huddy, 9-13. Not bad.
Dill has scored. I'm just interested to know how many he's scored this year, Dilly. Dilly Bags has
He's only scored in one game.
Okay.
1 out of 10.
Well,
1 out of 10. Not bad. 10%. Again,
Not bad.
10%. Better than your betting record.
better. You got to take it.
Lippy, White and Penasini, 826.
Not bad. I actually like that. It's probably the best of all of us. Knights, Titans. McDonald Jones. Knights, $1.90. Titans, $1.90. Is this bang on even? Goodness gracious. That is, yep, it is indeed. Sorry for not trusting you, Edward. Line 1.5, over under 45.5. Rando.
Rain expected in the morning in Newcastle, but dry for game day. In the last 10 head-to-head meetings played at each's preferred home venue, the home team has won. The Titans, though, they haven't won at Newey since 2016 and have conceded 30-plus points in each of those 4 games. Another niche market alert, the Titans have scored 26 exact points in their last 4 games. They've also scored 26 exact points in their last 3 Sunday 2 p.m. games as well. So that's paying $11 if you want to go Titans to score exactly 26 points.
That's niche.
That is
try
nice. Should be
scorers,
paying more.
looking at the right second row and right half defensive channel for the Titans being their weakest. They've leaked 29% of their points there. Tanner Boyd has conceded 10 line breaks in 9 games. His opposing half, Kalen Ponga, has a line break assist in each of his 4 games this season, and Lachlan Fitzgibbon has scored in each home game against the Titans. So Lockie Fitzgibbon could be some good value there.
You know what I like about that? Who's the centre right next to Lockie Fitzgibbon?
Bradman.
B best.
Bradman Best. Now, for those of you that listen to Hello Sport, you may note that Eddie and I, in talking about the fact that Knights have been over in Bali recently, we were some of them, and we were like, I bet you Bradman Best's over there getting tattoos, which it was then came to light that's exactly what he was doing. He was over there getting a new sleeve.
That was the safest bet all time.
That was the safest bet. Bradman getting a sleeve in Bali.
Couldn't get a
on
market.
his week off. They weren't fucking doing it.
There was no markets. If there was, it would have got pounded.
It would have been pounded. And Bradman historically difficult. So I'm not doing hot boy shit for this game. I'm just doing Bradman 2+. I'm going hard at Bradman. And sure, Lockie Fitzgibbon, he might run over, but it might be a bit of a diversionary tactic. Give it to Braddy B, who I don't think has scored all year. He's going to get 11.50.
Good for you, mate.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Good for you. I don't know.
I support it.
Yeah. Well,
I support you.
I may as well go.
I support
I'll
you,
get under it.
Tom.
I'll go.
And all the best.
I'll go.
I've just got Carney P and Greg Marju. Just safe wingers that get the fucking job done, and I'm double staking it.
Oh, wow.
I am.
Haven't double staked in a while.
I'm double staking.
Well, I hope
It was time.
Yeah, I hope it gets over for you because I'm taking Carney P. Mars as well, with sprinkling a bit of David Fafita on it.
I had him last week, David, and he let me down.
I know, but I need to be taking more Titans players than I can Knights players because I like the Titans, hate the Knights.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah, Titans.
Yeah, I hate the Knights.
Yeah. Well, you're taking Brad.
I love Bradman Best. This is a different.
It's not a player thing. It's just like a Knights thing.
It's just a Knights
spite thing.
Yeah. But Carney P gets over. Marzu's been getting over. David Fafita, haven't got a good drumstick in a while. 884. This will be an okay game to watch, maybe.
Yeah.
In terms of a punting perspective.
Odds not great.
No.
Odds not great at 8.84 for
Yeah,
three
but
try
Carney
scorers.
P's scoring every week. Marzu's basically been scoring every week, and then it's just
David, 1 from 9.
Just for 3 try
One from
scorers.
9.
He's only scored 1 try this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He's been setting them up, though.
We can set him up.
I reckon. Who's he facing up against?
He's up against Frizzell. Tyson Frizzell.
Tyson's pretty good.
Yeah.
Lippy's got Marju, AK. Oh, Carney P. Don't AKP.
And
Jesus.
Fafita. Now, is that Jojo or is that David?
It'd be David if it's.
Same as you,
Yeah,
Sebo.
yeah.
You and the Lippy. Love it.
Oh, same bet.
Oof. Do you just copy the Lippy yet, Sebo? It's hard to talk shit to you at the moment, but you copying bets, you loser. All right, Sharks v Seagulls. Seagulls v Sharks. Both off the back of humpings. Manly 265, Sharks $1.48. Line 5.5 over under 47.5. Rando, you got any humping based stats for us?
I've got 2 versions of stats, one for the Manly fans, one for the neutrals. It's going to be 50% chance of rain with 5 to 10 millimetres anticipated during the game. The Sharks have an awful record at Brookie, obviously starting with the Manly one. They have won 7 of their 49 games at the venue. That's a 14% win record and only won 1 of their last 8 games there. I do like Hamoli here for a try for Manly fans. They are conceding 4 tries to right second rowers, the Sharks, with Matt Moylan conceding 10 tries at left half. For the neutrals, it will be raining, as I mentioned, and we all know the power of Nico's hair when it's wet. The Sharks have won all 10 games as the favourite in the wet with Nico playing. For try scorers, Manly has conceded 11 tries to right wingers, accounting for 30% of all their tries. So I do like Sione Katoa cashing in. He loves playing in the wet too. He has scored in 5 of the last 6 rainy games.
Katoa,
Katoa.
Look, I'm tempted to take Katoa, but I've got to stick with Mulatalo just based on how many of my units I owe to the guy. So I'm taking Mulatalo, and I already had Hamole in there as well. So that works for me because you see Moylan fall off. What's his name? The Dolphins' new young guy?
Tavare?
Yeah. Fell right off.
Val
him.
Meninga?
So you think Hamole can do the same thing. So those two, 5-11.
Edward.
Ruben Garrick, 100th game, 2 tries. Just give me that, Ruben.
Yeah.
Where's he
I
playing?
I trust Ruben.
Where's he playing? Then?
Doesn't matter. I trust
Is
Ruben.
he? No, he's back on the wing.
He's back on the sting.
Back on the wing.
Trust Ruben Garrick.
Let it be known.
I trust you, Ruben. You are the light of my life.
Schuster already
640.
back on the fucking interchange, like the
Well,
extended
apparently
bench.
he's playing, Tom.
Who the fuck's saying that?
Apparently he's playing, mate.
Really? What, 1 week with fucking
Apparently he's playing.
Spud Carroll?
1 week with Spud's all it took.
That's all it took. Apparently he's lost his weight. He's lost enough weight to get with Spud Carroll.
1 week with Spud Carroll is all it took.
I've done a couple of sessions with Spud, actually. It only takes 1 week with him. He fucking gets
There
into
you go.
He doesn't even care about. He doesn't even get to know you before he rips into you. So
Straight from the horse's mouth. We love that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I won't be picking a result in this game, although I'm very confident in my Seagulls. I'm just going snack, obviously 100th.
Yep.
And then who's the other hot guy? Nico. Now, I missed out on a Nico a couple of weeks ago because I was a week early, which, if we talk about Frank Abagnale and catch him if you can, I'm either early or late. I'm now trying to be on time. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. So snack, Nico, 7:59. To be honest, I fucking hate it.
This is the most conservative I've seen you bet as well, by the way.
Well, I'm basically like I've chained myself into a thing, and I'm not allowing myself to be like I can't escape it. Basically, the only way is through this idea.
Yep.
I have to go forward. Hot boys.
Hot boys.
Just hot guys.
Hot guys. Okay. I like it. But it's going to be interesting if they don't get up because you're going to bleed a hell of a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
You're used to your kind of, $50 odds.
No,
where you don't bleed.
mate, I haven't had a 51 this year. Probably had a couple, but. Lippy, let's get the attention
Teague
of
Ronaldo
Dad.
Sharks 581.
Boo.
Boo.
Boo. Let's get some Rando hot boys and Rando's bet of the week.
We'll start with my best bet of the week. Just came up with the stats before. Nico's wet hair, love it. The Sharks have won their last 10 games as favourite in the wet. They won last time against Manly pretty convincingly. So I'm taking Sharks to win, and I really do love Sione Katoa as my lock try scorer this week. Manly conceding 11 tries to right wingers. Katoa scoring in 5 of his last 6 games in the wet. Sharks win, Katoa to score. $2.37. Hopefully Katoa can catch the ball, unlike Taruva last week, and we can celebrate. For Hot Boys, I love Jerome Hughes. I'll chuck him in there first. He has scored 8 tries in 8 games against the Bronx, and the Bronx are conceding 57% of their tries to right attacks. Then I like Addo Carr on Friday. He has scored in each of his last 5 games against the Warriors, and the left winger has scored the most tries against the Warriors. Sivo is up next on Saturday. He has scored in 3 of his last 4 games against the Raiders, and the Raiders have leaked 51% of their tries to left attacks. And to round it all up, I really do like Greg Marzu here. He has scored 5 tries in his last 4 games at McDonald Jones Stadium, and Philip Sammy, his opposing winger, has leaked 9 tries in 9 games this season. You put Hughes, Fox, Sivo and Marzu all together in a multi, and that's paying $23.41. Back to you, Tommy.
Yeah, righto. Well, now we do our unit scooper, then into our 10 into 10,000 to round this bitch out. I will ask you, Edward, to start with your unit scooper, please. How you scooping?
Having a crack. Having a crack at the Azaki 8. I am. Having a crack first time this season. Rolling the dice, as it were, Tom. Just fucking throw my hat in the ring.
Okay.
I don't even know what that means, but I'm throwing it in the ring, and hopefully it comes out full of cash. May not. Probably won't, but you never fucking know. Storm minus 2.5, Dogs plus 1.5, Panthers minus 5.5, Rabbits minus 16.5, Dragons plus 6.5, Eels plus 3.5, Titans minus 1.5, Sharks minus 5.5, 188.34, because you got better odds for the Rabbits minus 16.5. That was $1.96.
Yeah, right. Interesting. Like
Storm tough, Eels tough potentially,
Dogs tough.
Dogs tough. But that's what it takes, right? You got to have
You
tough
need tough
carries.
bets in there.
tough.
It's not all good. They're not all going to be fucking.
I mean, the bookies are
cakewalks.
smart. They make it tough.
Yeah, exactly. They do. They're geniuses. Sebo?
I'm just going a little Akai Asai Bowl. I've gotten close. I mean, 1 try score short each time. Targo. So I'm just trying to get that $20 bet because I want to be even on my unit scoopers. So I'm going Cobbo, Trell, Sivo, Carney P, Mulatalo. $20.81. I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
Go to Lippy now, Sebo.
Lippy's going Nickera, David Fafita, and Cheekham, 43.39, which I don't mind for just those 3. 3 back rowers. But, yeah, it's not the best.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's check if that was what it was. Yes. Beautiful. Sorry, I accidentally unclicked one of mine. So mine's an Akai bowl as well. I was going a smoothie, and to be honest, before I came onto this show, I placed a smoothie bet on, but then I was like, you know what? That can just be a weekend smoothie I can sort of sip on over the weekend, but I need something a little bit more sustaining, and that's an Akai bowl. So I've got Selly Cobbs, Joshy Carr, Isaiah Tass at $3. Thank you very much. Stephen Crichton and Tommy Turbo to round out the week. 65.48. I reckon that's pretty good. They're all pretty.
You say that every week.
Yeah, but I mean,
you know.
But they got to be good, right? They got to be good to entice a little bit of something there.
Yep. I don't hate it. I mean, listen, it's like
Crichton, Turbo, Task, Addo Carr,
yeah, I know.
Cobbo.
No, I know. Listen.
Bang, bang, bang,
listen,
bang, bang.
Every week, listen, you're not going to put guys in your smoothie that don't score tries. No one does. No one ever has. And every week you hear him and you go, fuck, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. But it doesn't mean jack shit. If you come in here on Monday and it comes off, fucking power to you.
Oh, mate, I'll be smacking you in the face with my penis if it comes off, like furiously. So that is our unit scoopers. 10 into 10,000. Who's on Thursday night?
Rando.
I've got Selwyn Cobbo, $2.05. Great value for him. The Storm are conceding the most tries to right wingers, and the Broncos are scoring the most tries through their right winger.
Friday night.
Is that me? I'm just taking DWZ Warriors. I'm staying away from Penrith Roosters. He's paying $2.05. Something about Warriors wingers just always work for me.
Sure. I've got Carney P, $1.70.
And I've got Cambo Graham, $1.95 against the Tigers. Definitely.
All right, we've hit 3 in a row. Do we get to 7?
Do we get to 7? Do we get to the highest we've ever been?
Do we get to 7? It's all on the line.
All on the line. Shout out to Neds once again for their support. Shout out to all you for tuning in. See ya next week. Bye.